I see they have drained the pool. Yeah. Yeah, they have done wonders here. This was the library.
Can you go over, can you show it to us?
Oh, yeah, it's wide open. Yeah.
Up and down the coast, historic African American communities face unique challenges in the rebuilding process. The Good Deeds Community Center in North Gulfport, built in 1963 by community members like Gaynette Pugh, the center was once a testament to self-reliance in the face of segregation. In the post-Katrina environment, it is poised to become a sign of revitalization for this community. The center is slated to be reopened in 2009.
Children had books to read in there, and we were given books, and all kind of people had the spirit to work. They would be here till 9 o'clock, and they had good supervisors for them. Children weren't just running wild. They were here, and there'd be 4 or 5 adults. It was a lively thing, a good thing for the children. They would use the library at night and play games, and it was just wonderful.
Decades of urban decay weakened this historic community long before Katrina's water delivered what could have been a final blow.
It wasn't rising waters from the storm that took out North Gulfport. It was the fact that these houses were falling down to begin with. And so when the winds came, they blew the roofs off or simply pushed houses over. But when you ride around North Gulfport, you see there are very few houses in decent shape. There are roughly half the lots in the neighborhood are vacant, overgrown with weeds, full of garbage.
The North Gulfport Community Land Trust is one nonprofit aimed at revitalizing the community through redevelopment.
And that's where the Land Trust has come in, has tried to acquire some of those parcels, keep them clean, get houses on them, and get folks into some affordable housing. When you walk around here, people know each other. They say hi to each other. They're friendly. They help each other the elders get across the street. They know each other's children, and they discipline each other's children. And this place is very unique like that.
The people make the community, right? So the community is going to be somewhat like the people that's in it.
These are people, these are families, these are people who have had to rely on themselves and their neighbors forever because there hasn't been any other system to help them. And so that brings an advantage to us in the work that we're trying to do because it's about rebuilding this community. It's about going back to the community taking charge and recognizing that it needs to look after itself.
Who's your parent? Who's your mama?
She died.
Huh?
She died.
Your mother died. Your grandmother keep you or somebody? That's who raised me, was my grandmother. I was 4 years old when my mother died.
They started building this community back in the 20s, and it was swampland. And these people stayed here, and they helped take care of each other's kids. They looked after each other. There are deep roots here. There are families who, for generation after generation, stayed and looked after each other. But in more recent times, the young people who can get out, get out.
With Ms. Pugh and others like her serving as inspiration, the community is once again helping itself through trying times.
How are we going to restore the spirit of the people? That's what's gone. If you're comfortable at home, look like they just said, well, I'll take me a seat and I'll just enjoy myself. So they don't want to do. These same people are not so old they couldn't do that. They got to first want to, then somebody else will help them. That's the way with any endeavor. You want to do it, effort started to do it, then God will do the rest. Now that's my belief.